Welcome everybody today to our Kundalini yoga class, and we're going to be practicing the Kriya, the Magnificent Nine plus Plough pose. And the Magnificent Nine set is recommended as a daily practice to keep our energy, our vitality, our radiance, our beauty. And this set benefits natural, radiant beauty, improves flexibility, helps digestion, works on the throat chakra, the Vishuddha chakra, which is about speaking our truth, and it's about purity and truthfulness. And it boosts circulation, balances hormones, and helps to relieve anxiety and tension. So it's a short set today. And we will begin here by tuning in with the Adi Mantra. So just sitting with a tall spine, creating some heat in the palms, rubbing the palms together, and bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center. And just taking in a deep cleansing breath, holding the breath here. And releasing the breath, and we'll inhale to tune in with the Adi Mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Gurudev Namo. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath here. And releasing the breath, relaxing the hands down. And excuse me, we're just going to start with, before we start the Magnificent Nine, a minute of breath of fire to oxygenate the blood, open the lungs. So build prana, life force, energy in the body. So we're going to bring the hands, fingertips on the pads of the palms, thumbs up, coming into ego eradicator. So pulling up from the crown, eyelids closed down, focus at the brow point between the eyebrows. If you're on your moon cycle or pregnant, do long, deep breathing here instead. And focusing at the brow point, and we'll begin 1 minute of breath of fire, oxygenating the blood. Pumping the navel, letting the navel move the breath so it's not sniffing, just pumping the navel. Just letting the navel move the breath. Last 20 seconds here, powerful breath of fire. Inhaling deeply, touching the thumb tips together up over the head. Holding the breath here, we'll squeeze Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel. It's creating that hydraulic lock. Squeezing from the base of the spine to the top of the head. Holding the breath, stretching the fingers out wide. And exhale, slowly bringing the hands down. And we'll start the Magnificent Nine set on the back. So coming onto the back here, and the arms are out in a T. And we're going to bring the right knee up towards the chest, over the body, towards the floor on the left. And we're going to face the right. Just coming to a stretch here. Taking about 3 rounds of breath here. And just coming back to center, extending that right leg down to the mat. Bringing the left knee up towards the chest, over the body, towards the floor on the right. And just facing the left here, just taking a few rounds of breath here. And then just coming back to center and extending that left leg back down to the mat. So here we're going to warm up our palms, creating some heat in the palms, stimulating the nerves in the palms and the fingers. And just taking those warm palms and placing them over closed eyes and just taking a few long, deep breaths here. Opening the eyes into the palms, gazing into the palms as you slowly lift the palms up away from the face, stretching the arms up towards the sky. And from here, we're going to take our fingertips down to the center of the forehead and just begin in a circular motion, gently massaging this, the center of the forehead and slowly massaging out toward the temple area, just relaxing the facial muscles, relaxing the forehead, and just making circles out toward the temple area, and then massaging the temple area in circles here, just releasing any tension in that area, and then massaging down sides of the face, down towards the jaw area, and massaging the jaw area, releasing tension in the jaw area, and continue in a circular manner down the jawbone towards the chin, massaging the chin, and then massaging up and down the sides of the nose here, in between the eyebrows, and massage you back down, and then massaging the ears, all the little acupuncture points in the ears that correspond with parts of the body. So just doing a little ear massage, starting at the top of the ear, massaging and squeezing, stimulating all those little acupuncture points down the back of the ear, down towards the earlobes, and then pulling the earlobes a couple times here. And then from here, we're going to point our fingers at our toes and come into a stretch pose with breath of fire for about 15 seconds. So the full posture with stretch pose is lifting the heels off the mat and also lifting the head off the mat if you want to do one heel at a time, or keep the heels on the mat. So we're going to be here for 15 seconds. So raising up, activating the core abdominal muscles, looking at the toes, and we'll begin breath of fire. And inhale, hold the posture. Exhale, relaxing down. And from here, we're going to roll over onto the tummy and get ready to come into Cobra. So bringing the legs together, touching the toes or ankles if you can. So you could either stay here on the forearms if you want a deeper stretch for the low back, pressing the palms under the shoulders, lifting up, shoulders are back and down away from the ears, and focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows. So either coming into long, deep breathing here or breath of fire. I like breath of fire. I'm in the mood for breath of fire, so long, deep breathing or breath of fire. So last 30 seconds here. Keeping the chest lifted. Shoulders back and down. Inhaling deeply, holding the breath, holding the posture, squeezing Mula Bandha root lock, squeezing pelvic floor, squeezing the energy from the base of the spine to the top of the head. And we'll exhale, come slowly back down to the mat, and here we'll push up into cat-cow. And we're going to come into cat-cow for about 3 minutes here. So the palms are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We inhale, drop the belly down, lifting the chest, lifting the chin as we come into cow. Exhaling into cat, rounding the spine, pressing the navel towards the sky, and bringing the chin to the chest. So nice and slow the first minute. Full inhalation, full exhalation, stretching the spine. All the chakras are getting a burst of energy here. If you'd like to, just picking up the pace here a little bit. Continue full inhalation and full exhalation as you stretch back and forth from cat to cow. Exhaling cat, inhaling, dropping the belly down into cow, just moving with the breath. You can add mantra here if you'd like. Inhaling Sat. Exhaling Nam. Truth is my vibration. Truth is my identity. Eyes in Shambhavi Mudra. Eyelids closed down. Eyes focus at the brow point between the eyebrows. Last minute here. Cat-cow is known as the fountain of youth because keeping our spine flexible helps us to maintain our youthfulness and our vitality throughout our lives. And dropping the belly down into cow. We're going to transition here into sitting with the legs extended out and coming into a stretch. So the feet are flexed here, and we'll inhale forward, hinging forward from the hips, grabbing the toes, the shins, or the knees here, and just come into long, deep breathing here. This is a great posture for balance, inner balance. Inhaling up, the breath out here briefly. And inhaling back up. And from here, we're going to come into rock pose. So come sitting on the heels. And we're going to be here for 5 minutes. This is a great posture for digestion. And so either coming here into long, deep breathing or coming into breath of fire. I'm going to do breath of fire. So just panting like a dog through the nose or breathing long and deep, just resting the hands on the lap and focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, Shambhavi Mudra, calming and stilling the mind. The shoulders are falling away from the ears, shoulders are relaxed, tall spine, pulling up from the crown, and just coming into long, deep breathing or breath of fire here. Whether you're breathing long and deep or a breath of fire, just keeping your eyes in Shambhavi Mudra, eyelids closed down, focus at the brow point between the eyebrows to calm and still the mind. You can meditate on Sat Nam, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, either in breath of fire or long deep breathing. I am truth. Truth is my vibration. Truth is my identity. Last 2 minutes here. Last minute. inhaling deeply. Holding the breath here, squeezing Mula Bandha root locks, squeezing pelvic floor, rectum, sex organs, and navel, consolidating the energy within, holding the breath here. Exhale and relax. And from here, we're going to come into fish pose. So there are some options, variations for this pose. So the full pose is remaining, the heels are just outside of the hips. And lean back here, so you could be here. If you're not comfortable there, you could bring your legs all the way forward and come back if you're not comfortable, if that's hard on your knees. Just coming back as far as you're comfortable with into fish pose. If it's walking the palms back, resting the head back. If it's here, or if you want to come down onto the forearms and resting the head back, opening the heart, opening the throat center, or the full posture. If you'd like to, it's coming all the way, laying on the back, just resting here. So just breathing long and deep here. In fish pose, this is a wonderful pose for digestion. And just we'll rest here for a few minutes. Just breathing long and deep. Just relaxing into this posture. Just letting go. We just have about a minute left here. Just letting all the muscles of the body relax. pressing up out of the posture, and we're going to come sitting on the mat, legs extended out, and get ready to come into shoulder stand. So a couple options for shoulder stand as well. So if you're not comfortable with shoulder stand, you could take a block or a pillow and just do the legs up the wall pose. So it's just gently, you could either do the legs up the wall like this as one option, or gently rolling up and placing the block under your bottom with the legs perpendicular to the mat and resting here in the posture. If you are comfortable in shoulder stand, we're going to roll up almost into plow pose and just supporting the low back. So if your shoulder stand is here, that's fine. If you want to bring the legs perpendicular to the mat, walking the hands down, shimmying the shoulders a little bit closer together here. Just bringing the legs together, and we're just going to rest here in this posture for a few minutes. This is wonderful for the thyroid gland, which helps us to maintain our youthfulness and our beauty and vitality throughout our lifespan. And also for our throat chakra, our Vishuddha chakra, which is all about purity and truth and our ability to speak our truth. So just breathing long and deep, just relaxing into this posture. Also brings blood flow to the brain, calms the mind. Just breathing naturally here. So just holding the posture for about another minute here. Just relaxing in the posture. Just breathing naturally. So just taking a few more rounds of breath here, and we're going to get ready to come into plow pose. So just bringing the toes up over the head, just dropping the hands down, here pressing the palms into the mat. And if your plow pose is here and you want to hold here, that's fine. If you want to roll all the way up, bringing the toes up over the head. Just going to hold here for about a minute. So good for the thyroid gland. And flexibility for the back. Releasing the shoulders and neck. very gently onto the back. And just resting here briefly. Just releasing the neck, turning the head from side to side. And then coming back into Shavasana. And just bringing the knees up to the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees and rocking side to side on the back. Little back massage here. And then we'll roll up and close this set with one long Sat Nam. Says creating some heat in the palms again, bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center. And we'll chant one Sat Nam to close. Sat Nam. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. Sat Nam. Namaste.